Okay, Eve's brought in, you can come in close if you like, so that you get a really good look. Eve's brought in this from
2004.
Thank you very much. And she's asked me how to curl these feathers. And what I've done is I've basically just got the back of the scissors, and probably a smaller pair is easier, and just as if you were curling ribbon, and with a bit of a tailwind from Jesus, baby Jesus. This is looking a bit ratty at the moment. I'm going to hope for the best.
A tailwind from baby Jesus.
Well,
I've got to have that in a video this week. I'll be tagging you in a video that talks about, and it was like a tailwind from baby Jesus. Oh, Serena, I love you. I so look forward to Mondays for my mental health.
it's curling, isn't it?
Just in all different directions.
I know.
But it still looks,
It's a
fancier than
tailwind
just
from
a...
baby.
It's a tail feather.
Well, it's looking a bit more interesting than it did when we
Well, I agree. It does have a lot. That's actually quite cute. It's a lot more
Good.
It
interesting.
looks like it's got beacon feather disease syndrome.
Okay, listen here.
maybe
Scientific
this is
term.
not a style that you would recommend.
There you go. That's got a doodad on it.
Yeah, that's good. So it's one of those things,
Okay, it's a
again,
patience.
like much of your millinery, it's the sort of thing that you kind of, it is a kind of a thing, millinery, where a little bit of dithering about once the children have gone to bed and the shardies come out, it's actually a bit of fun. Okay, so this is done.
Okay, so that's what I thought, but I thought I'd ask.
Yeah, so work with what you've got. So there's your curl feathers. These ones here, definitely pinking shears. You all know about ripping out components of the feather. Where's my long? Look at
Are
you.
you having a nice time trying on everything?
Yeah,
It suits
she's doing a
you.
good job. Yeah, forward like that. That's more like it. Look at her now.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to show you this and this. See, this is a turkey feather as well, but it's been curled. What have I done to it to make it possible to curl?
Heat.
I reckon you
and
steamed it.
iron
What
and
I
twisting.
did was I got a very, very sharp razor and I cut the back part off. If you look at this, there's a really tough back component. If you get a razor blade and cut down along the back of here, then that then makes it possible to bend forward. So if you look in there, can you see that, Deb? Okay, you can see that that's been shaved off, starting there and then working forward, and then it just sort of becomes quite soft. It is a fiddly business, but it can be very rewarding. And then, Deb, if you'd like to look at this, I'm actually bending it by snapping it on my fingernail.
That's right.
And that increases the steam. The other thing that you can use, and I've actually got one at home, I'll see if I can remember bringing it next week, is one of those hair curling wands
Oh, yeah.
that have the circular
Oh,
thing.
the one that I can't figure out how to use on my hair, but we'll probably be able to use on feathers.
There you go. Exactly right. So, and again, the best of your feather action is often trial and error.
Right.
Because let's face it, see that's curled right up now. So every millinery student in the world gets the same basic feathers, but the more you dither around with them, the more you can find interesting things for them to do. So don't be giving that away, Evie, because you might be able
That's
to...
not mine.
Oh, that's mine.
Don't be giving it away.
Oh, I won't give that away. Oh, and here something I prepared earlier.
Oh, that's the...
This is a bleached one. Now,
Yeah.
normally the best way to start with them is natural, but there's no, and again, trial and error. But that because this is, there's your hat's gone invisible because the feather's so hefty. The hat can be seen through that, or a little headpiece can look light and airy.
So if I bleached this,
Give it a try.
Okay.
Is it going to
But again, it's
I want it to take the colour out of it as well.
well, it might take some of the colour out as well, but I don't really know.
Well, you know what? Considering that I haven't used it in 15 years, I'm pretty happy with going
kiss
for
it
it.
Yeah.
and say goodbye?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So now, what else have I got? Oh, does anybody recognise what these are?
Oh, it looks like an
Rabbit.
octopus.
There's a certain type of chook that does feathers
Oh,
like
bet.
this, silky ones.
Silky.
Ah.
Deborah knows.
They're cute.
I think they're gorgeous.
I got these feathers years ago at a fishing lure shop.
Ah.
So I got, actually, it was a bit gruesome because it had the whole
Oh.
leather skin. It's a pretty cruel trade, but people who make fishing lures use these to make it look like some little creature
Well, yeah,
going
it does
into
look
the
like an
water.
octopus.
How are we going? Oh,
I think you can stop
That-
filming now.
That is cute.
oh, now I've got more show and tell.
Ooh, oh, yes. That's all the business, that one. Yeah.
That's your feather, but it's been clipped down.
Yeah. And I love that one.
And this one,
That reminds me of Sharon. Didn't she have something like that on one of her hats?
McCaw. Yeah, and guess what? You can buy them for about $20 each from Lindsay. I just think they're delicious.
I think
I
it's
just
beautiful.
love them, and they're yellow on the back and blue on the front. Now we've made some more mess. What else do we need to make? Oh, this is the show and tell I wanted to.
Oh, wow. I love.
This is an ostrich feather.
Okay.
What's
I'm doing that
happened
with
to
this
it?
one.
You've snipped it and
Yeah. Getting it a massive haircut.
and remember I've told you when you were doing first year that you could actually make them look like fish bones. Give us one of your green ones and I'll show you. Ah, love your work. Give us one of them. Thank you. These are beautiful.
think you have enough.
Chinchillas. Yeah, I'm a bit
Oh,
worried.
and like seriously, I've had them for 15 years, so I thought
Okay.
I'm going to bring them in
So,
and we can use them.
to do these are lovely, and they actually I think for my money, having them in a big cluster and having them looking a bit abstract can really look interesting. So what we're doing here is we're just tearing off the feather at the side in controlled. You've done this, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got a sample of that.
Like the
Here's
fish
another
bones.
thing I want you to tell me how that was
Okay.
done.
Yeah.
That's me. I'm wrapping everything up.
So tearing it is the way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll go on the other side as well. And you can do it symmetrically or you can do it alternating, whichever you prefer. But for my money, these are much more interesting than the basic feather, and also fun to do. Yeah, is that interesting? Oh, I'm glad you
And
think
what
so.
are these ones called again?
What do you got? Oh, they're those little light, fluffy ones that are very fragile. We're putting that your variant, you're one of those that you brought us for the parade in with the wedding headwear.
Oh.
Well, you know, I took the photos to show the girls at the gym who their hats were named, like I've named them after my friends.
Yeah.
And they were arguing, going, well, I don't want my one, I want your one.
Oh God.
And I went,
bless
well,
them all.
mine looks like a kidney.
Here
And
you
I'm
go,
like,
that's for you.
well, you can jam it up your ass because it's not called after you
Good
anymore.
girl.
Changing the name.
Yeah, no. And just say if you want to be famous, then you can just.
I
Do
won't
it.
tell my girlfriend
Thanks,
who's
Deb.
got her picture